Welcome to another DK Custom Products video. I'm Dwayne and this is Nathan. Nathan, you might have seen him in some of our recent videos. Nathan's the welder here at DK. So if you bought any metal parts from us recently, he probably welded them. And so today we're going to install our FB16, our floorboard 16 on this 2020 Road Glide. So Nathan here carries a passenger quite often. So when you carry a passenger comfort can be key. You know what I mean? Like if your passenger's not comfortable, you're not gonna have a fun trip.
Right.
So what we devised a few years ago was our FB16, and what that stands for is the floorboard FB16, meaning 16 different mounting positions. Now these are for 2009 up touring and trike models, and so there's two different mounting styles. There's one with 2 bolts, and then there's one with a single pin and a bolt, and our instructions cover both installations, but it is the same product.
So with the FB16s, you have a DK engraving on one side. For them to be moved forward, you want to put the DK engraving on the right side of your bike. If you want your passenger to have their legs back further, if they have shorter legs like my passenger does, you want the DK engraved on the left side.
So when he says move the floorboards forward, he means that these FB16s, one of the 16 different positions is they give you the option to move the floorboards 3/8 of an inch forward or 3/8 of an inch rearward from the factory location. And that may not sound like a lot, but over the course of 100 miles sitting back here, changing footing positions is key. And for the most part, there's no way to adjust that with the factory hardware. So that's where these FB16 brackets come in. Not only can you move the floorboards forward or rearward, they also give you the option to move it up certain increments or down certain increments. And with that being said, take note that some bikes have a larger side cover, primarily the late model tri-glides. So those bikes can't use the highest position, but you know, they can easily still use the majority of other mounting options. So we're gonna get into this installation. It's very easy. It takes longer to get the tools out and prep the bike for installation than it does to actually install the parts. But we're going to show you just how easy that is.
All right, so to take off the rear floorboard, I've already removed the C-clip from the pin, so I can remove the pin and then take out this. Makes for easier access. It's optional, you don't have to do that. You can get to them without that being done. Makes this way easier though. For these, you need a 5/16 Allen for the top bolt. On this particular model, there are 2 different sizes, 1/4 on the bottom, 5/16 on the top. As you can see, there's some adjustability to the OEM bracket. We can adjust it up and down a little bit. See your adjustment holes. You can use that in addition to the FB16's adjustment. All right, so as I said previously, I'm going to install the non-engraved on this side, on the right side of the bike, as to bring the feet closer to the rear. This one you could put on this side of the bike as well, but it'll bring them to the front. In addition to adjustability, it also spaces your floorboards out an inch from your frame. Not only is that more comfortable, but it also gets your legs away from the heat. When installing this, you're going to want to apply a small amount of blue or medium thread locker to your threads. And once you get the thread locker on there and get them started by hand, then you use your 5/16 Allen to tighten them down to the frame. After you get your bolts installed here, you want to torque them down to 36 to 42 foot-pounds. All right, at this point, you're going to reinstall your OEM or factory passenger floorboard bracket with the same hardware that was with it, and you will also torque these down to 36 to 42 foot-pounds. Remember, on your OEM, on this model particularly, it has 2 separate size Allens, 1/4 inch and 5/16. Now that those are on, they also have blue thread locker on them as well. we're going to torque them down. Just install your foot peg back in, and it's that simple. And repeat the steps on the opposite side. So also on this install, we have our quick release pins. They work for all standard Harley foot pegs. So these have a ball detent, so when you install them and uninstall them, you don't have to mess with any of the snap rings that you have to on the OEM brackets or OEM pins, or nuts or bolts or anything like that. So it just pushes right in. Just like that.
And as you can see, it's that simple. It took less than 10 minutes. A small, easy modification makes a huge difference. That's the thing about these bikes. There's no one thing that makes the biggest difference. It's a lot of little things that add up to a big result, and this is a prime example of that. So now I think your passenger is going to be much happier. Therefore, you're going to be much happier. And if you guys have any questions at all about fitting these onto your bike, don't hesitate to shoot us an email to support@dkcustomproducts.com or give us a call. We have an entire customer service team ready to take your call.
Y'all ride safe out there.